Hey there, Deneen Shoemaker with your 420 Minute. So we're just 2 days out from Christmas. I'm sure you're well aware of that. And so this week I thought I would talk to you about love. But I'm going to be very vulnerable with you and let you know that I have really struggled with this week's message because I'm not sure how much I know about love. I'm an engagement specialist in my real job. And it's interesting because couples come to me, to buy engagement rings at the very start of their relationship, really. And they're still in this adoration stage, and they can't do enough to make one another happy. And my prayer for them as they leave is always that they will continue on in love. But the funny thing is, I don't know, maybe I'm an engagement specialist for a reason, because I don't think that I know how to continue on in love. I remember the day that I made the decision to blow up my marriage. It wasn't based in love. It was based in fear. And what it's left me with is pain and hurt and even more fear. And maybe the worst thing that it's left me with is shame. But as I read the Christmas story, I realize that Mary and Joseph believed that this was going to be the Son of God. I don't think anybody else did. I think that they were forced to give birth in a dirty stable because everyone thought they were beneath them. No one had room for them in their inn. And if you think about it, even now, there's a stigma of an illegitimate child. There is shame surrounding that. I think it's interesting that Jesus was born into shame, really. I think you get what I mean. And that his very first miracle, turning water to wine, was alleviating shame. I'm trying to hold on to that this week. And I'm trying to not let fear govern my decisions. Because if we learn nothing else in this Christmas season, we should learn, because God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him will not perish but have eternal life. What that tells me is that God wanted to make sure that light overcame the darkness. Light is the only thing that will ever overcome the darkness. So if you're like me, and you've been living in more shame and hurt and fear than love, I want you to remember the Christmas story. I want you to remember that God loved us so much that he was willing to go through all of this to make sure that we were with him and had a relationship with him. And while I don't know that I know a whole lot about love, I do believe that God loves me. I do know that. I think I wish that more humans did, which is probably crazy because I know I've got hundreds of friends too. But rejection is a big deal. So it's important to hold on to that love so that you can hold on to your own love, so that you can go out and love one another, so that you can continue in love. Because love comes from God. And such love has no fear, it says in 1 John 4, verse 18. Perfect love expels all fear. If we are afraid, it is for fear of punishment. And this shows that we have not fully experienced God's perfect love. So I don't know, maybe you know all about love. But then again, maybe you're really struggling to understand this concept like I am. And if that's the case, my prayer for you this week, as it is for myself, is to remember that just that tiny amount of light overcomes all the darkness. And Jesus' birth shows us that we will not be overcome by darkness, right? So live in the light. Work for peace in your relationships and in the world. Embody goodwill. Do justice. Embrace kindness. Perfect love has no fear. Oh, may we all remember this week. I pray that you have a blessed Christmas and that you remember what is most important in this season. Oh, you guys, all I'm trying to do is live my best life and try to help you live your best life now. Because Lord knows, this ain't no dress rehearsal. Grace and peace.